Just the Tips, a Menmoir, Season 1, The Lost Episodes, Pre-Christmas. This segment brought to you by Lindsay's Half-Loaf Breads.
Lindsay's Half-Loaf Breads. That big bitch ate the other half. Gobble, gobble, motherfuckers.
It's Thanksgiving, y'all. Back at it again with the lost stories. This isn't a lost story, though, is it?
It's a lost episode.
A lost episode. We're here to give it to you straight, raw and uncut.
That's right. And I have something very inappropriate to say to go with that.
That's fantastic.
But I'm going to hold it in.
Hold it in.
Because we need to talk about something lovely and appropriate like thanks motherfucking giving.
We're going to talk about Thanksgiving.
So let's talk about favorite things and least favorite things.
Okay.
Do you have any least favorite things you would like to share about Thanksgiving?
The first thing I hate about Thanksgiving.
Oh, good.
Oh, good. You were ready for this episode. Okay. The first thing I hate about Thanksgiving is eating a dry ass turkey. Like, just the driest of birds ever. Like, this doesn't happen often. And I'm not saying anyone I know has made one directly recently, but I've definitely had dry turkeys. Because, you know, sometimes Thanksgiving, you'll eat turkey during multiple days or at different events. And I've had some dry bird.
So one of mine actually is in relationship to this.
Okay.
It has to do with bad food. But the specific thing about bad food, I don't know if you experience this within your families, but in my family, people are keeping track of who does or does not eat their food.
Okay.
So it's like if someone brings a weak ass salad and no one touches the salad, it's very obvious because the salad is very full.
They're keeping tabs on it.
Like, your salad sucks. That's why I know it. So they're looking at you like, don't you want some salad? You'd be like,
hell no.
If I wanted some salad, it would be on my fucking plate right now.
Damn. So that everyone keeps tabs on who's eating what.
Not like really bad like that,
right.
But it happens.
My circle's small enough to where it's like one party made the food and it's enough for everybody. So, you know what I mean? It's either good or it's not. Stuff gets left on the table. But for the most part, you know, it ain't a crazy feast either. We eating like 6 solid things.
Oh, no.
One of them being turkey, sides, and 2 of them probably being a dessert. So it doesn't leave too much room for fucking up.
Okay, let me give you one of my least favorites.
All right.
Okay. Mine is kind of a combination. It's a little 1-2. It's a awkward reunion.
Okay.
So you seeing someone that you haven't seen for a while, you know, it could be like, I don't know how distant, because people's families are distant. So if I say uncle,
right.
Uncles aren't really that distant to me.
Right.
Right. But for some people, uncle is someone that's kind of like a stranger almost.
Like you ain't even seen this person in forever.
Right.
Okay.
So for the people who have uncles like that,
mm-hmm.
the awkward reunion of seeing them and they're like, oh, it's good to see you. And then that obligatory conversation that you have to try to have after you haven't seen each other for a minute at this holiday event.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that shit.
The catching up, the small talk, the pep talks,
yeah.
Run me back through your life and what has been happening, when most of the time it's not that you don't care, it's that you really don't care. You know?
And it's like, hey, uncle, if you wanted to know this shit about me, you could just come through once in a while.
Exactly. Show up.
Yeah, I'm
give
not
me
trying
a
to
call,
tell you a fucking story right now.
Give me a text, shout out, and I'll let you know what's going on in my life. So we'll be caught up. So when I see you, we really don't got to talk about this shit.
Yeah, because the DMs is open. You could just, you know what I mean?
You slide in there.
Just slide.
And double check and see what's happening.
So for me, that's the thing that I don't like.
Okay.
All right. So do you have any other that you don't like, or you want to just go right into what you like?
One of the things I don't like, so this is kind of a positive and a negative. What happens is I get too fat to function. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love the journey. I hate the destination.
Oh my God, that's real.
It gets to the point where I can't breathe. I feel like I'm breathing. There's a biscuit stuck in my throat and I'm trying to breathe through it. I can't taste nothing. I can't see nothing. It's like the meat sweats, but
different,
but worse.
It's like the meat paralyzed.
It's worse because like turkey's heavy and then all the sides and you're expected to eat seconds and all the gravy and the shit. Yeah, like I physically cannot move around. I can't do anything. I just sit down on the couch, maybe catch some football. Hopefully I make it through the rest of the day and my lungs don't collapse because I can't get enough oxygen because the path is blocked by a turkey leg or something. Like I hate that feeling.
So on the flip side, that's nice because then once you're done eating, you just sit down, chill, watch TV, and stay awake or don't.
I mean, you try to stay awake. I feel like I'm slowly passing out.
Yeah.
Because of all the weight of the food.
And that's kind of nice though, too, though.
I'm worried about not waking up. You know what I'm saying? I get to that point.
That much food. Okay.
like, oh, you didn't know you had sleep apnea? I'm killing you right now. Like, I don't want that to happen to me because I feel like I bring it to that point.
Okay, yeah, that sounds dangerous.
Exactly.
All right, so then let's just flip it over to the other side because you were kind of talking about that double-edged sword earlier.
That's right.
So tell me maybe just a couple or whatever of the good things about Thanksgiving for you.
So, like I mentioned, food was great and bad at the same time. So being on the good side is you get to eat and stuff your face with a bunch of different kind of food that you don't get to eat on a regular basis, especially turkey, because no one's bothering to make this bird for 3, 4, 5 or whatever hours you cook your bird. I'm not doing that on a weekly, monthly. This is once a year, so that's great. The sides are great, but there's the 3 F's. The 3 F's is what I call them, and that's family, food, and football. Yep. So if you got all those 3, then your Thanksgiving is probably going to be solid.
That's universal, I think.
Right.
I think everyone could vibe with that. All right. Let me tell you my absolute most favorite thing, which is opening myself up to a potential roast fest, but I'm okay with that.
Okay. Let's see what it is.
Yeah, my tender nature.
Right. No, your manhood is in question. So there's moments in the show where basically we're going to be like, all right, depending on what you say, you're going to lose points as a man or gain points. So right now it's like,
any fans I have in the audience right now, half of them have a decision to make.
Okay, right now. They're going to be
they fuck with me after I say this?
The deciding factor. All right, so tell me, what's the best thing about your Thanksgiving?
The best thing is that Christmas is coming.
Is that what it is?
That's the best thing.
There was so much joy in your heart when you said that. Right.
Look at my face.
Your eyes lighten up.
Yes.
You're so excited. This is your holiday. So you're ready to bypass Thanksgiving and get to Christmas before Thanksgiving is even over.
And let me tell you why Thanksgiving is useful to me.
Why is that?
In pursuit of Christmas. Black Friday sales.
Okay.
And what do they call the Monday one? Black Monday or whatever?
Cyber Monday.
Cyber Monday. There we go. Cyber Monday. All of that is useful for me getting gifts for people.
Right.
Right. So bam, that's number 1. Number 2, the day after Thanksgiving, it may be Thanksgiving Day, but definitely the day after Thanksgiving, 95.7 turns into all Christmas music all the time.
Oh, you were ready for that.
I listen to that shit.
Damn.
I wait for that
You know what? All right. So to bring in some judgment, I'm not going to lie. I was ready to ride the train for Christmas. I'm with it. This is one of my favorite holidays too. So points for that one, no problem. I don't even recognize Thanksgiving, all right? As soon as Halloween is over, I'm already waiting for the Christmas trees to come out. And if I can, I will have a Christmas tree on Thanksgiving. Yeah. Because I like Christmas. I'm ready for that. But the Christmas music, I could care less about that. That's not doing nothing for me. I'm not excited. I'm not switching my radio to AM just to catch some of these tunes. I don't care. I want the presents. My life is about the presents. I'm giving them, I'm getting them. That's all I want.
All right, so I got the music, right? I can start decorating the inside and now the outside of the house.
Okay, that's right.
With Christmas stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I make a point to go to a place far away from my house to pay way too much for a Christmas tree.
Right.
Because it's Christmas and I have to do this because it's part of the tradition.
Oh, all I do is buy a real, authentic, 100% Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Douglas fir.
Okay.
You know, anything that I could get my hands on. There's a nicer one. I was going to say maple, but it's definitely not a maple tree. But it ends with a PLE. Maybe it's a noble. There's noble fir. All right, so I'm on the right track.
Yeah.
I always get in the range. Now, I put money aside to get this tree, right? It's got to be between $70 and $110. All right, that's my price range. And the reason I have a price range is because that's what actually fits in my house. I need my tree to scratch the ceiling.
All right, so if I look at the decorating, which I can start right after Thanksgiving, if I look at the music coming right after Thanksgiving, the shopping opportunities that come right after Thanksgiving, I get to go get the tree and do my house. Like, all this happens because Thanksgiving is over.
It makes you feel like a child again.
It's like Disneyland, but in my home.
So Thanksgiving, to recap, The worst thing about Thanksgiving, we got a handful of things, but the best thing about Thanksgiving and the overarching point of this episode right now is Christmas.
It pre-games Christmas.
Christmas. The best thing about Thanksgiving is Christmas.
And so now that we've established the purpose of Thanksgiving, we hope that y'all enjoyed the 3 F's, with your families, the food and the football and all that.
Right.
That we down with the family part and all that stuff. We putting on a little Thanksgiving extras on the end.
Right. Absolutely. And now that we're talking about Thanksgiving, it's only likely that we'll do a Christmas one. And I'm way more excited about that one than this one.
That's right. I'm looking forward to that. I'm ready to drop that right now.
Well, it might come out early. It might come out early. We don't know what's going to happen.
Christmas in November, bitches.
Yeah, right after Thanksgiving. The moment I put my play down, we're recording Christmas. And we're going to play that 31 times. However many days are in December, we're going to play it back to back.
Yeah, so thank you for tuning into this one. We really appreciate y'all. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. I'm your co-host. I'm Joe.
And I'm Chuck.
And we out.
Deuces.
This segment is brought to you by wingless Thanksgiving turkeys.
You just eating a torso.
Fucking stupid. This segment is brought to you by wingless Thanksgiving turkeys.
You just eating chest and ass.
Chest and ass. Fucking stupid fuck.